What's up, fellas? It's Ken Sr. It is Friday, February 12th. Today's supposed to be the start of the auction. And as you can see behind us, there's 6 foot, this is our parking lot, part of our parking lot, 6 foot snowbanks. We've got over 2 foot of snow in the last couple of weeks, storm after storm. So we're gonna delay, the bad news is we're delaying the auction a week. The good news is that we've still got truckloads of bikes coming up from down south and from the Midwest. There's been delays in the Midwest shipments because of all the snow that they've got there. And the shipments down south have been taking a little bit longer too because the guys have been tied up once they get up here. Also, it's been 20 degrees below freezing for the last, well, right now it's 20 degrees below freezing. It's like 9 degrees out. And it's the sun's in the sky, but it's freaking cold. So that's delayed our guys detailing and getting the bikes ready. It just getting the guys here has been a hassle. A lot of the guys commute from Massachusetts, and it's been taking forever with the snow and whatnot. So also we do the snow removal here ourselves. Me and Kyle do the plowing. Mario runs the Bobcat. The boys run the snowblower. We got about a half a mile of sidewalks and a few acres that we plow. So we spent half of every last couple of weeks plowing. So we're a little bit behind the 8 ball getting the bikes ready. We've got to do videos for every motorcycle. We've got to do ads for each motorcycle. We got to do photo shoots, and they got to be up to snuff. We could rush it, but if we go tonight, we're going to be missing a lot of the primo bikes, and we've got some primo stuff. I've got the nicest auction setup that we've ever had. We have 10 CR500s in the showroom. Not all of them are getting sold, but I think 5 of them are. I've got KX500s. I've got vintage Can-Ams and Hodakas and Suzukis and Hondas and Kawasaki's and Triumphs. I've got a Gene Romero Factory Triumph flat tracker, a Harley Davidson XLCR. There's about 100. I bought 150 bikes on my purchasing adventure for this auction, and we already had a bunch of bikes in stock. So, and people are consigning bikes. So if you have a bike that you want to bring to the auction, give us a call, 860-454-7024. We still got people dropping off bikes for the auction. We had 2 1969 date-coded Honda 750s dropped off that are just primo, that are going to be going up in the auction. A couple 1970s, early 70s CB 750s too. So some premium stuff's coming up, so stay tuned. The auction terms are as follows. The auction will be on eBay as usual, so you have time to read the ad, look at the pictures, call us if you have any questions, figure out how you can do your shipping. Make sure your wife knows it's you're buying this on after Valentine's, and she approves it. So make sure you've got the money to buy the bikes, because the deposit's due within 24 hours. If you don't put a deposit on the bike in 24 hours, we'll relist it, and full payment is due within 3 days unless other arrangements are made, typical of most auctions. The sale will be held on eBay, just like the last 6,000 vintage bikes we've sold in the last 2 big auctions we've had here. So you'll have a week to look at the ads, watch the videos, look at the pictures, study it, do your market research, and figure out what you really want to pay for this thing. It's not like most auctions, the big auction houses, that you got 30 seconds rolling it across the stage. You got to make your decision, and you got 24 hours to get it out of there and pay for it. It's not like that here. We'll give you up to 30 days to remove the bike from the facility for free. After 30 days, any of the auction bikes that are under $1,000, if it's not paid for in full and shipped out of here in 30 days, we'll give you a phone call, but we're going to relist them. We can't have some of the parts bikes just hanging around forever. So you got to pick up the bikes within 30 days unless it's over $1,000. If it's a museum piece, we'll put it on display in the museum. That's fine. This has been my part-time job, plowing snow. All the snow that we get up here is really the reason why we get so many pristine, low mileage bikes, because, well, you can only ride like 6 months out of the year here if you're lucky, and there's a lot of rain and whatnot. So the riding season's very short, and bikes end up sitting around and getting carburetors gummed up. So it's not uncommon for us to find vintage bikes with no miles on them because they've been sitting with a gummed up carb. We clean them up, get them detailed in, and some of the most premium bikes are coming out of the Northeast here. So study the ads, make sure the bike that you're bidding on is the one that you want to buy, and make sure you got the money to pay for it. If you have any questions, again, call us. Terms of payment are no different than always here. You can wire transfer the money. You can do PayPal. There is a fee that PayPal charges us. I think it's like 3%. that we add on. If you do PayPal, if you do a check, we don't recommend checks because out-of-state checks, the bank sometimes can take 2-3 weeks. So we prefer cash, wire transfer, or PayPal are the preferred form of payments. You'll get a bill of sale and 7 different forms that we have. The state of Connecticut makes us give with every bike. And if there's a title, it'll be noted. If there's no title, it'll be noted. We're a non-title state for antiques, so a lot of the antiques don't have titles. Got some primo bikes coming up. We've got there's a GS 1150 drag race bike stretched out. We've got some NOS. I've got an NOS brand new. Just took the box off to take a peek inside. Oh, that's all you get. Little peek. Brand new CB50R in the crate and some other primo vintage bikes. Got some real nice British bikes coming through that have been sitting in storage for a long time that are going to need restoration, but primo BSA Thunderbolts, BSA Lightnings, Triumph Cubs, a lot of project bikes too on this auction. Probably, I'm going to say probably 70 project bikes that need restoration or and a lot of parts bikes too. So there'll be some premium museum quality stuff, and there'll be bikes that have a $1 starting bid with no reserve that are awesome project bikes. A little bit of something for everyone. We've got bikes that are the object of lust, that love at first sight, that are going up for sale. Ones that I'll shed a tear when I see them going. I wish I could afford to keep them, but all proceeds are going to, well, heating this massive 65,000 square foot 1814 building, which is made out of brick and no insulation in lighting, and paying the staff 18 guys here. We got a lot of overhead. Museum's been mostly closed 6 months last year, and now till March due to the COVID situation. But we will be opening in March. Hopefully the limit of 100 people will be lifted and we can have big events like we used to. We used to be an event center up until the COVID thing. Now we're just buying and selling bikes to stay alive and have fun. I do have one other announcement to make. Rockville Motorcycle Mania is coming back to, we picked a date. We're hopeful that the COVID pandemic will be over by then. Motorcycle Mania will be coming back to Rockville, Connecticut. We're expecting, last time we had 2,000 riders show up on bikes, probably 2,500 people total. We had bands, we had bikes, we had hill climbing going on and mini bike racing and a bike show and trophies and everything else. So July 31st, Rockville Motorcycle Mania coming back to Rockville, God willing. This is the other reason why we're delayed. We spent 3 hours dealing with Junior putting the Danger Ranger in the river. That was delay number 3,726. But like I said, the good news is the auction's going on. The bad news, if it is bad news, is a week late. There's a little bit of a tree stuck in his front bumper still, but good old Danger Ranger. So we might be a week late, but we're going to make it worth your wait. Stay tuned. We've got some killer videos coming and some primo bikes. I got 3 truckloads, 3 different shipments of bikes coming up. I've got FXRs, 3 of the nicest FXRs, including an FXR 4 and 2 90 FXRs, one with a mountain motor coming up from South Carolina from my friend George Audi. I've got 2 CB 350 Primo, his and hers red bikes coming up from Dave Mims, Mark Underwood. I've got an NOS brand new Honda CR85, never been started. I've got CR60s, CR80s, primo vintage motocross bikes that you won't find anywhere else on the planet but here at the museum. Go to kaplancycles.com, click on the Kaplan Cycles, just type in your search bar www.kaplancycles.com, and all the bikes that are listed for the auction will be on there. There'll be a special tab in our YouTube channel for all the project bikes. We don't want to flood the channel with project bikes, so there will be a special tab with just project bikes, probably 70 project bikes. All of the bikes will be listed on the kaplancycles.com site. We're hoping to have north of 150, maybe over 200. Definitely, we have over 200 bikes. I don't know if we'll get them all prepped. It's a lot of work writing the ads and the videos and pictures and posting it and everything. So we'll get it done as many as we can. We'll work around the clock. We have been working around the clock. So the wizard just said that truck's been hit more than Vita, his favorite stripper. Rippers, strippers, and beers. Hell yeah. So fellas, we got hundreds of bikes that are gonna go live, and we're shooting for next Friday now. We'll keep you tuned. It was supposed to be tonight it was going live, but we're just not ready, man, due to all the reasons I said, and we want to make this a really fun event and get all the bikes dialed in for you guys. So call if you have any questions, 860-454-7024. Go to kaplancycles.com. Watch this video a couple times. I think I answered most of the questions. If you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, go ahead and do that. We're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers. We're pretty close. Thanks for watching, and God bless America.